Oh, is this thing on? Oh. Am I streaming? I think so. Just now. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's loud. Okay. Stop. Okay. Does the game come up? Let's turn the music down. Boom. Boom. The game does not come up. The game does not come up. Awesome. That's cool. The game does not come up. Awesome. That's cool. Okay. Well, the game does not come up. Awesome. Let's turn that off. Okay. We're gonna do display. Oh, that's wonderful. Perfect. This is close enough. All right. Hello. Sorry for the lighting. Yeah, I don't have. I'm kind of doing like a makeshift thing, but I have been playing Dominions for 6 years. My name's Serana. My username is Master Claude in Discord, and I was like, I've been wanting to make videos for a while, so I am playing Pyrene, Pyrene, and we're gonna look at my pretender real quick. This is what I got. Well, actually, my build was kind of stupid. I did precision, which I should have done arcane command. I don't know why I did precision. I was like thinking, I guess lightning bolts would be more accurate. It was silly. You don't want, this is dumb. But yeah, so I don't want to do like a whole nation overview. There already are videos for this. So real quick, Pyrene is a middle-aged nation. It's blood, nature, air. Your main two battle mages, I'm going to go over the important thing, is you have this guy, the Acrobelts. This guy's so cool. He's kind of like a pan, but very bloody. And he can do crossbreeding, which like is kind of a meme, but I think I'm going to try to get some use out of this once my blood economy is going, because I actually really like that for Siege Chaff. But I might not. We'll see. I haven't used it yet. I did make a nation that focuses on blood crossbreeding because I think it's cool. But yeah, these guys are just great. You always want more, and they give you your earth, they give you your nature, and really high blood, so they can do the big blood rituals. They're badass, and they can also do blood fecundity, which is really important because I do take death scales. You have your Serginas, and these are like definitely the workhorse mainstay battle mages. Like I want as many of these as possible. You got fire 1, air 2, blood 2. And it doesn't seem like great. I mean, the fire 1 doesn't seem as great, but it's actually like in communions it's good, and also she'll be popping off like combustion and like when you're not expecting it, and she'll be killing like pretty well armored human infantry. But just the air 2, I mean, she can fly, she can go into a cat mode. I love cat ladies. I love vampire cat ladies. I mean, she can fly around with storm demons. Just a fantastic mage. None of them are sacred, really expensive. Anyway, you have a pretty normal human roster. You have like some cool cave guys. I don't really use these. I don't really care. We didn't do a game with caves, so it wasn't really relevant. I would say because we didn't do a game with a lot of caves, I had basically no scouts. Very frustrating. So I had to really find those indie scouts. I don't know. I use probably the crossbowmen the most out of all of these. I like crossbows that have some resistances. Sorry, I'm like itching my nose. And then, yeah. Emerald Knights. These guys are really good. You do need to phase out of them because the cavalry has like 6 magic resistance. And I did not take MR in my bless, so that's a problem. But these are just like, I mean, they're tanks. They're really fucking good. They have in-built resistances. And let's go to my build. So and if I'm talking too fast, this is my first video. I might be talking too fast. I've had some coffee for breakfast, so we'll see. This is just my first one. But yeah, so I like Titans. You have a couple different options for pretenders. You have actually a lot of options. And there's some fun things you can do, but I love Titans. I like Titans that start with armor, because then you can actually use them. And Athena starts with armor. She also has fear and combat caster, which is just so good. Like it's just, I love this lady. But yeah, I had a couple things I was testing out earlier on, like maybe I do like death or something, but I decided someone gave me the advice of just do high astral, and I was like, no, you're right. And I love this high astral because this means that you can do cool late game stuff, and it also means you can just snipe like other gods. Like, oh, this god is like astral 5. That's normally really good. Not for her. You can teleport her, snipe that god. Like, it's so good. And I did do that in this game, which was fun. And then the Bless, and then Air 4 and Earth 4, I mean, it's just good. She can do Shockwave, she can do Earthquake. Ermor's in this game, so I wanted to be able to do Earthquake, and I'm Jotunheim, so I was here in Abyssia, so I wanted to be able to do Wrathful Skies for those guys. So I'm trying to have her awake. We're doing the trusty research mod, otherwise it's modless. So I want her to be able to expand and kind of like threaten. I like to be aggressive. I'm trying to like constantly fight wars most of the time. Because I've got a lot going on in my real life, and I'm not trying to, like maybe in the turn 50 I can like slow down, but like I'm trying to like build up. I'm trying to have some fun. And anyway, so I did the Ethereal Bless and Shock Res. These are the most bigger, more important parts of the Bless. I just heard a doo-doo. Let me just make sure everything's working. And I'll edit this later. Seems like it. Yeah. So, is it still working? Sorry, y'all. I just heard like a disconnecting noise. I can't tell if the stream stopped. My phone's about to die, so I can't really tell. It's good. It's good. It's all good. So the Ethereal Bless is the big thing. Ethereal is really strong. And it's pointless if you're a nation with a lot of S, like Pythium or something. I'm not Pythium. I don't have any S. So I can create golems. I can, because I have Astral Earth, all my guys have Ethereal. And then because these ladies can do Mistform, Ethereal Mistform's really fucking good. And then these guys have fire resistance, so I can do Ethereal Mistform, Bark Skin, Regen, these guys are so tanky. And then the Shock Res is so I can do Shockwave spam, Wrathful Skies. And then the scales, I like magic, I like to research. Sorgina's research really fast, so I'll be at 17 research. That's really, really good. I will lose magic res for having high magic, so I really need to phase these guys out. Like, I need to get my demons to phase in by the mid game. And I need golems that can cast anti-magic for sure. But I always take Misfortune. I like to, if I can, I take Turmoil. If I can, I'll take Death Scales. It sucks. Like, you'll see in this game, I'm constantly being attacked. It's like I'm at Worth, But I kind of like it. I feel like lore-wise, like I'm playing an Evil Blood Nation. I'm going to fuck over a lot of my neighbors. People will get mad at me. And this is a kind of a naughty game. People are getting pissed off at me. And I feel bad because I'm like a nice person. But it's like, I'm going to be a little trickster. I'm going to be like fucking people over. We're goat demons. Sorry. And while we're being a real bastard in the game, we're also just getting invaded by demons, by those heroes, like D&D hero squad. We're being invaded by knights because people are being diseased, turmoil. This place sucks. We're doing a terrible job at being a peaceful society. So we're gonna go to, I don't think I saved turn 1, funny enough. So we're gonna go to turn 2. So I actually I expanded on turn 1. So this is the map. It's called the Riverlands map, and we're playing with I think 12 players, playing with Ermor, Pythium, Iryu, Agartha, Ulm, Marion, Pyrene, it's me, Abyssia, and this is Dark Wolf, so hey, if you guys ever do your podcast again, I'm just kidding. And Shinuyame, Nazca, and Jotunheim. I don't know if I needed to read that out, but I did, so. So 12-person map. We started the game. I expanded turn 1. We did Trusty Research, so I went to Alt 2. And then I guess I'm going to Alt 3, which is a choice. I think the reason I went to Alt 3, because sometimes I'll go Evo, Alt 2, Evo 2. I think I went to Alt 3 because I wanted to be able to expand outside my dominion. And Body Ethereal, if I don't have, I did a lot of testing. Without Body Ethereal, she does die. To some things like barbarians, but with Body Ethereal or like with the Dominion, she's fine. But yeah, so we'll look at this first battle. And I'm just going to do a couple turns, and then I'll probably just call it for the day, and I'm going to try to catch up to my game. The game's ongoing. I'm at turn 32 right now. And it's definitely not over. Yeah, so Air Shield, Stone Skin, Mist Form, and so I think I just have her on Advance and Cast Spells, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I have that. Or I think I just had Cast. I think I just set her to like cast, and then attack. But once I get Evo 2, she will be doing Advance and Cast Spells. So she took some damage. She's at 24, 28 head, 23 body. You know, I mean, she's got Body Ethereal. She's got, you know, Stone Skin, Air Shield. So she's tough. She's fine. She's doing just fine. The important thing is she has that Fear Aura. So people are already running away. She's taking some chip damage, but she'll be just okay. That Body Ethereal makes a huge difference because you're stopping 75% of attacks, I think. That's quite good. And the reason I didn't do Mist Form, did she do Mist Form? She did do Mist Form. It's because when you attack turn 1, you're just typing in cast, so you don't really know what she's going to cast. I mean, you'll be pretty sure she cast. Did she cast Mist Form? I think she did. Yeah, it's still there. Anyway, she crushes it, and I'm moving out with my starting army, and this is the formation I'm doing. I don't know why I chose this formation. I think I don't want these guys going attack rear and getting like a... You know, they're really tanky. I didn't want them like getting like cut off. I wanted them kind of fighting with these troops and just soaking up a lot of like hits because they can take so much damage. They're going to be at 21 prot, 19 prot with Ethereal. Like, they're just so good. Yeah, so that's turn 2. One thing, if you're watching like the Lucid tournament, one thing you'll notice with like the current meta that separates like players is just being crazy at expansion. Like, you really want, unless you have like a build that has like a very specific purpose, you really want to be go, like turn 1 hit things, 2 expansion by turn 2. Like, it's definitely not, it's not your mama's Dominions where people would take for, you know, it would be 1 expansion a turn. Those days are over. We're gonna turn 3, and the game's ongoing, so if someone watches this, now you know what's going on. So, woo, good job. Yeah, so turn 3, we're expanding some more. And excuse me, I like to shout out Waffle House. I got this from Waffle House. I love Waffle House. Well, that's not true. I love Waffle House for the workers. I don't love it for them like supporting Cop City and stuff. Like, I mean, look at that. Look that up. Waffle House supports Cop City. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Anyway, so we're doing our expansion against Barbs. Now I'm like choosing spells to do. So taking some chip damage, but thankfully we're in our Dominion, so we still have Body Ethereal, even though we're not at L3. And I did like I'm a tester. I don't do like crazy testing. I don't do a lot of mid-game testing, like for like, oh, if I have 30 mages, they have 30 mages. I don't do all that. That's exhausting. But I do a lot of testing just for like, how do I kill this god? How do I expand correctly? You know, like, how can I like efficiently raid? Like, I do testing for that because I want to like, I don't play Dominions that much anymore. Like, I do a lot of modding, but I don't play that much. So it's like, I want to be able to play. I play to win, you know? Like, I try to have fun and stuff like that, and like I'll do like silly deals sometimes, like especially if I like the player or if it roleplay makes sense. But I am playing to win. Like, I do like to win. I'm definitely I usually win by like throne rushing around turn 50 to 70, 40 to 70, depending on like the game size and stuff. So you can see these guys are coming in the middle. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. Like, you can see. Let me point with the mouse. These guys come in the middle. I mean, like, these infantry fucking suck. I mean, they're fine. They're just overpriced. But they're not, I guess they're not overpriced because they do have resistances. But they're just, you know, 13 prop. They're just very generic. They're fine. I don't remember. I know when Dom 6 came out, they like really nerfed piercing. I don't know if that's still in place. But I don't know. Spearmen, I like Spearmen because I like generic troops kind of. But they're not going to win you this game. So these guys just come in the middle and they soak up damage, and then they also get kills because these guys do have a strong lance, a nice broadsword, and I don't know if this is actually considered good or not. 8 attack, 16, it's fine. It's an extra attack. It brings down defense and it does do damage. So anyway, that's turn 2 or 3. And then we have a couple guys researching. So we're probably like researching at the top of the pack. If you could see the stats, like Pyrene researches so well. This nation's really fun. This is my first time playing this nation. I've never played them before, but they're fun. I really enjoyed this. Also, if someone is like, I usually check Twitch with my phone. If you're commenting, I can't see what you're saying. Sorry, my phone's like about to die. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube though. I'm gonna start uploading. So we're in turn 4. I probably should have announced what we were doing. That's okay. We're on turn 4. We don't have all 3 yet. We'll get it soon though. So as you can see, we're just steamrolling. Like these guys don't have a chance. One thing that's nice about this lady is she also has this owl, which repels really well. It does pretty solid, pretty 16 attack, 13 slashing. Just a fantastic little thing to bring down people's defense. And it can kill people. I just love this Titan. This is like, all Titans should be like her. All Titans should be like something to this level of good in different flavors. Like, it's so sad how Titans suck, because I think they're the most fun pretender when they're good. Because, I mean, like, they're cool. A giant Titan, like, come on, who doesn't like that? Titans should always have armor or something else that gives them enough power that they can be useful, But yeah, anyway, you get it. She slaughters these people. Doesn't take any damage. We are sending in, what are we sending in? We're sending another squad this way. And also at Pyrene, you want these forests. I didn't really make good use of the forest this game. I did a couple, but I probably could have done it better. I probably could have played more efficiently, It's always the case when you play a nation for the first time. And then, see, I kind of messed up my scripting because this guy gets caught behind. So I kind of messed up there. And he's caught behind the whole time. So I changed up my script after this because I don't want that happening again. And it ended up being fine because we're killing really weak indies, but you don't want that to happen. So we actually lost a decent amount of guys. We probably wouldn't have lost so much if this one night that didn't happen. And then what's over here? Oh yeah, I start recruiting Horse Tribe, and I'm recruiting barbarians. So I'm definitely making use of the fact that it's turn 4. It's turn 4, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces. That is really good. So, and this is what happens when you like test your expansion. So I'm expanding very well right now. I have met Ulm, and spoiler, me and Ulm will be very good friends this game. Very strong alliance between us. But yeah, because I've expanded well, and I recommend this. I'm recruiting a lot of indies. I think recruiting indies is like pretty solid, especially in the early game, because infrastructure is more expensive, mages are expensive. You're going to end up being capped. If you're expanding well, you're going to get capped often by these things, resources and recruitment points. So you're going to want to just make more troops. Although I do fuck this up. You'll see next turn. Or you'll see in a couple turns. I do kind of fuck this up. Turn 5. And yep, turn 5. So then I do fuck this up. You'll see. So we combine a couple forces here. Or we really just combine these guys. I don't know if this actually helped, but it felt good to have a couple extra bodies. And I fixed the scripts. These guys are actually fighting this time. But even if now they're running, so I'm at a point where this expansion party has done really well, but it's turn 6, I think, 5 or 6. I think it's turn 5. And I'm really, the sacreds are carrying. So at this point, I've got some crossbows, this one horse, and then 2 sacreds. And at this point, I really should have just killed this and called it a day. Because even then this is a heavy crowd. I probably could have killed this with like putting the crossbows in front to soak up the heavy cav and having my sacreds. I could have done that. Well, actually, this was even easier. So I think we'll see. I'm not going to spoil things. Yeah, we kill like 12 heavy cav. Let's look at this. It's kind of a neat turn. So this is a pretty tough province. And I think we're still in our Dominion. Yep, so I still get the body ethereal. We're still at alt 2, so I don't have iron skin. But this lady is just so strong. And if you look at the detailed battle log, I mean, it's going a little too fast, but the fear is just crushing it. She's repelling people because she has a length 4 spear. You know, she's just doing a great job. I love this Titan. And really, it wouldn't be this good if I didn't have the trusty research. That mod is like basically essential for Titans, unfortunately. Yeah, I hope that a winner does something to make Titans good, because I don't like having to use mods. Like, I make nation mods, but I don't want to have like builds be good only with mods. Like, no one wants that. So yeah, it's turn 5. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 provinces, and we have met Ulm. And by this point, I've been figuring out borders with Ulm, and I've met Jotunheim. Jotunheim has a Fire Shield Dragon build, and I was trying to work out borders with Jotunheim. They were not interested. Jotunheim was very interested in, I was like, hey, do you want to like have this mountain as the border? They're like, fuck that. I'm going to just come up as much as possible. And I was like, okay, well, if you make a fort here, it's going to fuck with my resources. And I'm already resource capped. I only took resource productivity 1. I'm already capped at 5 sacreds. So I'm actually like kind of hurting on resources. So I was like, if you make a fort here, it's war. Like, I'm just letting you know. And they were like, I'm not going to make a fort here. But they ended up expanding very high. I didn't love that, but I can't blame them. And we're about to be at alt 3. So I'm actually finally leaving our Dominion. And I'm going to attack here because I really did not want Jotunheim getting all up into this area. Like, the thing with maps like this is you really want these rivers, like you really want these choke points. Like if it could be the perfect game, you're really gonna want this whole little continent to yourself. It's very hard to do unless you like really make it the goal of your first war to do that. But I mean, if you have this whole area to yourself, like you're set up to win the game pretty much. So I wanted to kick them out of here as soon as possible. So we're gonna go to turn 6. And I'm probably gonna go to like turn 20, I think. Maybe turn 12, and we'll call it. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't want to like totally spoil my current game. You know, that's probably a bad idea. And then here I fucked up my expansions. This is my first tough turn. My problem here is I tried expanding with barbarians, and in my mind I was like, oh, the barbarians will help. I didn't need to do that. These sacreds don't need help. These guys will, especially this is like 1, 2, 3, this is 6 of them. They will be just fine. These barbs, and I think I timed it wrong too. I thought I timed it right, but I didn't. So these barbs just get fucking slaughtered, and it actually causes an HP rout, I think. So that was really silly. And see, like these sacreds, they did it fine, but then like they take a little bit of damage and then they're running. So I totally fucked that up. And because I did that, now Jotunheim has the opportunity to come up here. And then I lost my priest, so I can't like re-expand. So that really fucked me up. And then I'm expecting Jotunheim to attack this turn, so I do a PD dump here. And then I start, what am I doing now? And then at this point, I don't want to like bring in, I don't know. I was just like, I don't want to continue. Like, I'm just going to take a break. I'm like, I'm going to take a break from this part of the map. Is basically my mindset. I wanted to like expand further this way. And if Jotunheim, because I realized Jotunheim wasn't over here. So I was like, if Jotunheim does try to fight me, I have a huge advantage. So if they want to expand up here and take the Indies, I can like take them back. But I want to like push into this area before. I don't want someone pushing up against me on the right and on the left. So at this point, I'm expanding, and I got here. So I'm expanding this way now. Try to get these bridges covered. And then I'm going to build a fort here. I failed here, so I was like, okay, this is a natural spot. I'm going to build a fort in a turn or two. And then I'm sending in my new squad up here. And then, yeah, they crushed it. Turn 6. So now turn 7. And then, yep, so Jotunheim's coming up. I'm not making any more barbs, but I do have a PD dump and like 20 barbs here, so I feel pretty comfortable, like just with this spot. I crushed this, lost a couple sacreds. I meet Abyssia. And Abyssia, I was definitely considering going to war with Abyssia, because me and Abyssia are both blood, and fighting blood late game fucking sucks, especially if they have high blood. It's one thing if a nation has like blood 2, but when you're a nation like both of us with blood 4, like we both get blood 4 and they get blood and astral, which is like my favorite cross path. Blood and astral is so fucked up because you have to deal with fucking just horrors killing your armies in the late game, just terror. And then like you can create citadels with 3 red seconds. Like blood fucking sucks. I love playing blood, but it sucks to play against. So I was like, I need to kill Abyssia. And then yeah, so she's just still killing shit. I'll just check this out. We've got alt 3, so now she's at 30 and 26. So she's in. I don't need to be in my dominions. I can just cast body ethereal. And yeah, you know, she's basically just not going to get hurt by indies at this point. I mean, that's not true. She can get hurt, obviously. She's taking some chip damage, but these guys aren't going to do enough with Mist Form, with body ethereal. They're not going to be able to do enough in numbers to actually hurt her. Especially because she can repel, she's got fear, like it's a wrap. Her main threat at this point is going to be enemy sacreds. And we expand here. This is a tough, Horse Tribe are really tough. Especially because they get into this is like 80. That's like not easy. You're really going to want sacreds or like a fuck ton of shield troops like Hastadas or something. Actually, Hastadas aren't even that good against this. I don't know. You're going to want like, you know, heavy infantry with shields or like sacreds with an ethereal blast to kill you. And even then, I still lost a couple troops. And these guys have really high prot. They've got shields and body ethereal, and I still lose a couple. Which just goes to show how tough Horse Tribe can be. And they're not as good, like, recruiting them, they're so expensive. They're like 25 gold. And they don't do that much damage, so you don't really want them. But I do end up recruiting a decent amount for the early game. Because they do a lot for siege strength, and they can just reinforce quickly. The problem is you can't, like, direct them. So you can't tell them, you can, because if they weren't undisciplined, you could, they have lances, you could, if they weren't undisciplined, you could like have them attack rear, have them fire and keep distance. You could have them do different things, but because they're undisciplined, they're like kind of tough to like work with. And turn 7, we started our palisade. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got 11 provinces, turn 7. And then Jotunheim they started expanding up here, and I'm like, it is what it is. At this point, Ulm is expanding over here. At this point, me and Ulm have worked out our borders. I think we have a nap. We haven't put it in game yet, but I think we have a nap, or we're about to decide on a nap. Me and Abyssia have started talking. And I think at this point, I've told them that I'm about to hit here. So now we've kind of worked out, me and Abyssia have worked out like this kind of area as her border, I think. And me and Ulm have decided on, Ulm gets this, I think, and I get here. Actually, no, I think I get here, if I remember correctly. I don't remember. We'll see in a second. But I definitely get this. And Jotunheim's the most aggressive neighbor, which is fine. They've got a dragon and big giants. They can be aggressive. And I've met Ind. I don't think we started talking yet, though. But at this point, I'm racing Abyssia. And this is the thing with the early game. You really are just racing to get your borders. And there's some players you can make a diplomatic agreement with. But with Abyssia, we're like kind of racing to see who can get the most of this little island. Which means we might be going to war. You know, I might bring my god and army to here and be like, fuck it, just, you know, wherever their capital is, just go kill them. But look at our income. We're making such good income. We've got, what did I say, 11 provinces turn 7. We're doing so good. Very solid so far. And we're going to go to turn 8. And then Jotunheim sent me a non-aggression pack. And I think at this point, either this point or soon, Jotunheim actually stopped playing. So they were like, I can't do dominions anymore. And I'm hosting this game, by the way. I didn't even say that. I'm hosting the game. Yeah, like so I had to actually find a sub. So it's kind of funny because they like, I think their capital is right. Their capital is way down here, like over here or something. Yeah, their capital is really far. So they expanded really far north. And then like, which is like fine. It's fine to be like an aggressive player. I'm aggressive later in this game. But it is kind of funny because they did that and they like left. And I was like, okay. So I could have probably taken advantage of that and then like went to war. But I don't know. I didn't want to. Jotunheim, I do better against them in the mid game because I have so much lightning magic. So I was like, I don't really want to deal with that early game. So anyway, I'm building my palisades. I'm expanding here. This is a good little province. I get some priests and I get a air gem. I don't take advantage of these priests though, and I honestly, if I could, in hindsight, I probably should have like made a temple and a lab here, so I can make these guys because I really need to get into death magic, and I didn't do that because I just felt like spending my money elsewhere. So I kind of regret that. I'm making barbs again. I'm making horse tribe. A couple, yeah, I'm making a bunch of horse tribe, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I am expanding over here. And then, oh, this is so good. I see the Bakemono. I fucking love Bakemono. So I'm really happy to get this. I worked this out with Abyssia that I would get this. And then I didn't know what Abyssia's Bless was, so I didn't want to go here. If I could do it again, I would have brought my god here. Because not having this sucks because I have to go through this like pass where if I had this, I could have, it's just, I have way more access to like these spaces. So I basically, spoiler alert, I let Abyssia get this because I didn't want to bump them because I didn't know they're blessed. Because if they had, I knew they had Astral in their build based off their title. And if they had magic weapons, it would have killed my god. But they didn't have magic weapons, so I was being silly. My god actually fucks them up in testing. And I'm about to get Evo 2. And if I had Evo 2, I would have also done it. But without Evo 2, it's a little trickier because I don't do that much damage versus Abyssia's Sacreds, who are pretty tanky. 18 prot without a bless. And then with Berserker, they get 21. That's a lot of prot. So, yeah. But with Shockwave, you melt them. So turn 8. And then we'll go to turn 9. And then, yeah, I'm trading with Alm. I love Alm. Alm's I don't ever want to play Alm because they're like really shitty magic and then they like suck in the late game and they're really slow. I like Fascinations that have good magic, like Nabab or something. But I love being allies with Alm because they're not scary late game and then you can trade like really cheaply with items. So that was actually really important for this game. So where are we at at this point? At this point, I took this Bakemono place, and now I'm recruiting Bakemono. I'm taking my Barb army to take here. I made a deal. Then there's a new Jotunheim player. I made a deal with them that they would get this side of the island, and I would get these 2 spots. And that was fine with me. I would prefer to have like all of this, obviously, but it's not how it worked out. It is what it is. So anyway, we got here, and then now I'm realizing, fuck, they didn't have a commander. They like lost a commander from an assassin event, so I could have taken this. I didn't though. So it is what it is. And at this point, I'm about to get Shockwave. At this point, I have an expansion party. I don't want to take these long dead with my god. I don't want my god to die from undead because I think they will die. So I am waiting a turn. I'm going to search. I don't get anything, sadly, but yeah. So now I'm bringing my equipment to my god. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to fight Abyssia. So I'm bringing Black Steel, Tame Lightning, and Ring of Fire to my god. So that, because I'm like thinking I might fight Abyssia soon. So I'm trying to figure out where their cap is, and I am trying to wrap up expansion. I think I'm soon going to make, if I haven't already, I'm soon making a deal with a nap 3 with End. And yeah, that's where I'm at this turn. This is turn 9. Turn 10. Turn 10. So, turn 10, I mopped up this spot. Making a Palisades. I'm making another Palisades here. So I'm making, it's turn 10, I'm making 2 forts. This is like fantastic. 2,000 income, I'm making 2 forts. My research, 51, which is pretty good for turn 10. I've got all 3 Evo 2. I'm getting enchantment 3, so I can do Astral Shield, which is really good for my Titan. And it also lets me do regen. You know, like Astral 3 is, I mean, enchant 3 is pretty great. I can do Gift of Flight. You can do all these little tricks. And I took this from Jotunheim, and yeah, I've got like a decent army that I am moving. Why am I moving it here? Oh, I'm moving it here to get these barbs, so I'm sending crossbowmen as well. And yeah, I found Abyssea's cap. So at this point, I'm like, Abyssea is my main war target right now. And I took this. I'm about to fight these undead. And that is turn 10. Turn 11. I'll probably go to where I kill Pythium. Well, spoiler. Oh, I'm so sorry. Spoiling my own game. I'll probably go until then and then stop it for the day. Well, there's the surprise. Although I'm sure anyone that watches this will probably be in the game or something, so it doesn't really matter. So anyway, it's turn 11. And also, I'm not like checking the camera or the mic. I don't know if my volume's working. I don't know if the camera's working. I don't know if my hair, I don't know if I look disgusting right now. We're just kind of rolling with this. My first time doing a video in a while. So, I got some mercs, and my plan was to take this with the mercs, which I, yes, obviously. And then I'm planning on, I don't know what's going on over here. So I kind of want to jump over here and see if I can get into the water or like whatever. And I'm making a Bakemono squad because I'm thinking about going to war with Abyssea. I see they haven't expanded that much, like they're not over here. But then, and then we'll show this battle. This isn't just a generic expansion battle. All this undead, which, as I said before, I was a little nervous about doing just with my god. So I don't know why he's doing Stone Skin. I must have forgot to put him on. Oh, you know why? It's because I want to do Shockwave. I want to do Shockwave. Oh, okay. Well, I casted Iron Skin anyway. So yeah, just have her on Advancing Cast. And she didn't end up doing Shockwave. She just did Stellar Decrees and Solar Rays, which is fine. Yeah, so we mopped that up really easy. I don't think we even lost anyone. And then I see Pythium here. And Pythium is both a very strong in the late game, and also, I just didn't want them on this island. Like I said before, you don't want to share this kind of island. You want to have it for yourself. I'm at a point where I can tell that fighting Abyssea will be a pain in the ass. I don't necessarily know Abyssea's Bless, but I know Pythium is usually kind of, they're not a pushover because they have like Retarii and they might have a god, but they're definitely more of a pushover than Abyssea in the early game. And me and Abyssea are talking. Pythium has not talked. If you are neighbors with someone, you need to reach out to them immediately, because if you don't, I'm gonna just attack you. Like if I'm not getting people talking to me, it's like, it's a war game, So I start attacking Pythium because there's not gonna be, this island is too small for 3 people. I mean, it's actually really big, but it's too small for 3 people. 2 people we can make work. So I start invading Pythium this turn. And then I'm making more barbs. I'm making more horse tribes, so I'm making more troops. Taking this, sending some, I can get scouts here, finally. So I can't make scouts anywhere else because I don't have caves. It's not a cave map. So I'm like, thank God I can make scouts here. This is the only place where I can make scouts so far. And it's like shared with the Bakemono leaders. I think I made a nap within by this point. So diplomacy wise, we're doing pretty good. I think me and Abyssea are about to make a truce too. So it's turn 11. And turn 11, we're starting our first war. Turn 12. And turn 12. And maybe I'll actually take a stop here. Maybe turn 12 is a good stopping point. Anyway, turn 12. We're going to do like a whole check in with everything. So We're making Sorgina. We've made a lab here. So we're now starting to make our aquabelts. We still got a huge amount of PD. We're sending our barbs westward because now we're at war. We're sending our horse tribe westward as well. And we've started attacking Pythium. So let's look at this. My god attacks here, and it's just province defense. Iron Skin, Mistform. I mean, this is pretty scary. If you're Pythium, you're gonna be like, fuck. Because like, now Pythium, like this is, I mean, I got this from Ulm. I traded Ulm with this because I didn't do any construction. But these, I can make construction 0. I made these myself. This is fucking scary. Now, Pythium does have access to Mine Burn and to Freezing Mist within a free search. So they have ways to deal with this, but it's not going to be easy. Because I still have a decent amount of magic res, and I can also boost my own magic res. But with like Shockwave, Fist of Iron, Lightning Bolt, like this is a really scary god at this point. So, yep. I think they might have been building a fort, I'm not sure. They have a fort here. And at this point, I was like, Pythium, hey, sorry. This island's too small for both of us. I was like, I'm happy to have peace, but I do need to take your shit. Which, like, why would they accept that? But I'm not trying to be like a jerk. It's like, I don't want to necessarily do a death war, but I do need to take your shit. Maybe we can work something out. I was like, I can pay you. And this is true. Like, I will be happy to make deals, but I am gonna fuck you over. But I can make a deal. It's a war game to the death. You know, it is what it is. They didn't like that. They were like, it's a death war, unless you give me 5,000 gold or if you peace out. And I was like, it's a death war. So turn 12, we have a death war. And then I've got my god, and I've got 11 sacreds coming in. I've got 7 more and a mage coming behind. And I've got horse tribe, and I've got barbs, and then even more sacreds coming. So at this point, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 lands, 23 provinces on turn 12. We're making 2,300 gold. Very little upkeep compared to the gold incomes. We're making a fuck ton of money. We're making more Sorginas. We're making 2 forts. We have one built. Our gem income isn't great, but we're making, I mean, it's turn 12, so. We met Ermor, so we did take this, but we met Ermor, so kind of a bummer. I fucking hate Ermor. Thankfully, it's just a corner border, and we make a nap. I was like, hey, Ermor, can I take this? And they were like, fuck off. And I was like, fair. So I was like, I'm gonna march these guys around. But now, because now I'm kind of in a position where I'm like, well, these guys, I can't use them because I want them over here. So what I decided to do is basically, cause I decided like, I'm like, do I want to like march through Jotunheim, see if I can get the water? I was like, Ermor probably has the water. So what I decided to do is lose the contract and hope I can rebuy them next time and rebuy them over here. That kind of works. You'll see in a couple turns. I take this. I don't know if we really need to watch that. I'm making barbs. Oh, no, I'm not. I was making barbs here. So I'm making some dudes. I'm attacking Pythium. I've got 73 barbs, 37 Bakemono, the Mercs, which I will lose soon, like 20. Oh wait, that's, yeah, 20 like light cav, crossbow. You know, I've got a pretty solid army at this point. Me and Abyssia, I think, at this point, I think me and Abyssia, I was like, hey, I'm trying to kill Pythium. Want to join in? They're like, let's go. So now, and I think at this point, I found out there was the first gate. So I was like, hey, Abby, we're both blood. I was like, we could fight. I was like, I noticed you have first gate. We could kill each other, and it would be terrible for both of us. Or we could just have peace and maybe like trade in blood and work together for this game. We have like scary neighbors. You know, we've got Ermor and we've got Jotunheim. Like, let's just work together. Kill Pythium, be chill. And they agreed. So that was kind of nice. Yeah. So diplomacy wise, we're doing pretty cool with everyone. We have a nap with Ind. And we're just kind of fucking over Pythium. So that's turn 12. So turn 12, we have a bunch of provinces. We've got our diplomacy's doing well. We're doing a 2v1, which is the degenerate way to play the game. I always do 2v1. Like, wouldn't you? I mean, I'll do 1v1s if they're weaker than me, or if I have like the tech to beat them, but why would I do an even more if I don't have to? Stupid. Anyway, so that's turn 12, and we'll call it. Yeah, we'll call it. And I'll probably do either later today or tomorrow. I'll put up the next couple turns, do the war with Pythium, and yeah. Thanks for watching.